Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Just kicking off with my Star Wars weekly live chat. Looking forward to chatting some Star Wars. Boys, it's been a week. I started a new job this week, which has been absolutely crazy. It's been nuts. It's been good. It's been really, really good. And I forgot to play the 30-second intro, the countdown. And I like the countdown because I like the music. So let's just chill out and listen to some countdown music for 30 seconds. Did we enjoy that? That was fun. That was a great 30 seconds. Hope you can all hear me okay. I'll bring up the chat so I can see comments and stuff. SITHLORD229 joining me very, very shortly. Mr. Steven. Haven't had him on for a little while, so he offered to jump on and have a chat. So yeah, sent him an invite. He's just sorting out his computer, I think. So I'm here. Talking some Star Wars. Chuck some stuff in the chat. I'm keen to talk. What do you want to talk about? What does everyone want to talk about? I didn't really pick up much this week. It's been a really busy week, just waiting on some mail and stuff like that. So it's it's been kind of nice. It's been busy. I've worked harder this week than I have for a long time, and it's been really, really good. I just started a apprenticeship in barbering, which is really, really exciting, and I'm having an absolute blast. The salon is called Kessel Run Hair. It's located at Marion Shopping Centre here in Adelaide, South Australia, and it's amazing, really cool. I love the place. I've been going there for a few years now, and yeah, it's all sort of fallen into place, and I decided why not give it a crack. So I am an apprentice barber, which is really exciting. I've been in the same job for been so used to. I've been working in factories in food production for 10 years. So going into something like barbering is completely different. Hey, we got Tim Bainbridge in the chat. Not used to a morning stream, he says. This is 8 o'clock at night for me, my friend. But thank you for tuning in anyway. We have Clayton here. Thank you very much, my friend. Good morning to you. Like I said, it's just gone past 8 o'clock p.m. here. And yeah, I'm excited. Jedi Trek, he's always around. Thank you so much. Always appreciate you coming to hang out. So yeah, like I said, SITHLORD229 will be joining me very shortly. I might just check my messages from him, see if he's... Yep, no, he just said he'd be here shortly. So we'll just wait for him to pop up. More than likely, just, you turn the computer on after a few days and it decides to do all the updates in the world. It's just how it is. You got Red Quoll. How's it going? So yeah, I feel like I've been a little bit away from YouTube a bit this week. It's been really crazy, but it's only been like the last sort of 4 days. I started my new job on Monday, had Tuesday off. That's just roster day off. And then worked Wednesday all day. Thursday was a 12-hour day. Friday, and then I worked Saturday, which is today. So I'm exhausted. I'm looking forward to a bit of a sleeping and a relaxing Sunday tomorrow. So, but I'm also very keen to sort of get back into work and start learning more and more and more. So I'm pumped and working with great dudes in a great environment, which is more than any you can ask for. And I know once I've got the skills, I know it's just going to be an absolute blast. But for now, I'm just going to soak it all in as like a Jedi apprentice learning the ways of the Force. you seen the Mando Ahsoka hot toy that was announced? She looks amazing. Have I seen it? Have I seen it? My golly, that is incredible. Hey, dude, Hasbro Star Wars. Congrats on the new job. Thank you. I'm having a blast. All right, let's bring him in. Steve, how's it going?
Finally got there. It's all right. My laptop didn't want to play ball for some reason, so it took me a little bit longer to get on than I thought it would.
That's all right. I assumed it probably just like you turn it on for the first time in a couple of days, and it's just like, I'm going to do all the updates now.
No, I was just trying to get on Chrome, and for some reason the pages weren't loading up. So I was just like, right, onto the phone it is. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, doing well, man. I'm exhausted. I was just sort of explaining I started a new job this week, and yeah, it's run me off my feet, but it's run me off my feet, but it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, good. Glad you're enjoying it. Looks cool. Yeah. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's a really cool environment and great dudes. So we watched put a couple of Star Wars movies because they got a bit of a TV monitor in there as well. So we usually just jam out to music all day, and we've got like live concerts on YouTube, and then Thursday night is Star Wars night, so we chuck a movie on and just play that while we're working. So living
the dream.
It is. It's fantastic.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Obi-Wan Kenobi is in the chat again. Joined me last week. Hello. Red Quaz asks, what do you do for work? I just started a barbering apprenticeship, so learning the art of cutting hair, which is cool. It's really cool. I've been working in food production in factories for 10 years, so this is a big change, but it's a good one. Good morning, Steve from Clayton.
Morning, Clayton.
And this is the best crossover. Yeah, how about yourself? How you been?
Better. I've been better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard. There's this thing going. There's this illness going around. This pandemic. And
just that little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's claimed me. So I'm stuck in the house for 10 days. Unfortunately.
Damn.
Can't taste a goddamn thing.
Oh no.
So
are you feeling okay though? Otherwise?
Yeah, pretty much. Like in myself, I'm absolutely fine. I just thought I'd got a cold. And then earlier in the week, my sense of smell and taste disappeared. So I did a home test, and ta-da! So 10 days off work, which isn't bad. I've got a ton of pre-orders on the way this week. So
nice.
It's at least I'll be in for those.
Some content. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Oh wow. Yeah, we are like virtually back to normal here. Like it's It's crazy.
Rub it in.
There's still like the little things like checking into stores and stuff. Like we've got to scan a QR code every time we enter a store, and it's different from state to state again, but it's been okay, but we're not getting vaccinated overly quickly, so
see, that's where we're on the flip side of that, where things are still not really back to normal. We've just seen like pub beer gardens and stuff open back up.
Oh nice, that's good.
And non-essential shops are opening up, and hairdressers, thank God, because I was starting to look like a Wookiee. So it's slowly getting there, and we are pumping vaccinations out really, really quickly. So I think we've got about 38 million, I think, something like that are vaccinated so far. So we're getting there. It's just nice. It's just dragging. So hopefully we've got an estimate of the 21st of June. Hopefully all legal limits on social contact should be lifted, and life should be somewhat back to normal. Fingers crossed, providing everything goes well. So,
that's good news.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's dragged out for a very long time for you guys over there. I do not pity you at all. I do, but it's been pretty rough on a lot of people. So hopefully it's back to normal soon.
Fingers crossed.
Hi, Linda. Thanks for popping by. Here in Florida is pretty much back to normal as well. Got my first shot, so now I'm just waiting on my second one. Nice. Yeah, it looks like a lot of folks in the US have got their first one.
Yeah.
I don't think I know anyone yet that's got one, so it's wow. We've got all sorts of like weird delays with shipping, and there's only like 3 refrigerators in this entire state of South Australia that can store the vaccinations. And
see, I think with you guys being on a much smaller scale, that it had been getting pumped out a little bit. It'd have been easier to pump it out to you guys.
Yeah, I would have thought so, but yeah, it's a lot of people have just gotten complacent and just feel like everything's back to normal. So
Yeah.
Oh well, hopefully the world can start sorting its crap out.
But as long as we've got stuff like this to get away with, then we're
that's
fine,
it. Yeah,
we've still got our escapes. So
yeah, that's it.
That'll never change.
Yeah. Oh, well, we might as well start talking about some Star Wars, because that's what we're here for, really, isn't it?
Exactly.
I thought I'd get some of your thoughts from the Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest thing last week. Sort of get some of your thoughts.
There was some pretty cool stuff. Nothing that I don't think there was anything that we didn't really already know about, other than I think there was the blue leader X-wing from Rogue One, which was a pretty nice surprise. But like all the Black Series reveals, they were the pipeline reveals that we already knew about, weren't they? So, but it was really nice to see them sort of in actual form.
Yeah.
So there's some really cool. I'm really looking forward to Cosca Reeves and Aura Singh. Can't wait to pick those two up. Yeah,
they're the two hot ticket items, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully they can. Hopefully they can. I'm sure it's already in production, but hopefully they can tweak Cosca Reeves a little bit, because a lot of people have pointed out that they've just used the Bo-Katan body again, and Cosca didn't actually wear like shin guards, and she wore bigger boots in the show. So it's nothing I even really picked up on. So it's not something that I really care about, to be honest. Like that's. It's picky, and it's rightfully picky because it's inaccurate. But at the same time, I didn't know that unless someone else told me. This didn't really pick it.
I think I'm one of those people as well, where I think as long as the figure looks cool and it looks pretty much like the character that appeared in the series, then I'm not particularly fussy over little details like that. I remember when I reviewed the Black Series Ahsoka from the Siege of Mandalore arc, and there were a lot of people in the comment section on that video picking it apart, saying, well, the shin guards aren't right, the forearm gauntlets are incorrect, and this is wrong and that's wrong. And I thought, I understand the criticism because it is a bit lazy on Hasbro's part, but at the same time, if the figure looks good and it's got that shelf presence, then I'm not overly bothered. But I can understand the frustration on some parts.
Yeah, I think in terms of like the Ahsoka and stuff, like if it's costing that much to sort of retool, give new arms, new legs, all of that, whereas if they can sort of cut out a little bit of the budget, they can actually get the figure out. Whereas if they had to fund the entire new figure, like arms, legs, everything, like it might have been like too much to sort of say, all right, we can't get this one out as quickly as we'd like to. So
either that, or they wouldn't have had the budgets or the funds to go into put into together another figure, another brand new figure. So you might have got a screen accurate Cosca or whatever, but you might not have got Zero from that wave. So it swings and roundabouts. But no, I'm all in all, there was some really good stuff. I wasn't overly fussed about the vintage collection reveals. Again, just a lot of repaints, a lot of kit bashes, and a lot of things that weren't particularly inspired.
Han Solo trench coat, anyone? 2004.
So I'm all for them doing these waves where they're putting figures out that people would have missed out on years ago, because there are always going to be new collectors who want to pick up these figures and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's when for every new wave of figures that you're getting 2 repack waves, and it's just like, okay, let's just have like the vintage collection needs to be what it was back in 2010, 2011, where it's constantly pumping out new figures, and we're just not getting it.
Yeah, I sort of try and get into the mindset of a new collector, and it's like, this is great. They can get figures they've missed and fill holes in the collection, but at the same time, what kid is going in and going, I really want Anakin Skywalker in his peasant disguise, or
exactly,
Like if I'm going to buy my first Han Solo, I want the classic New Hope outfit. I don't want trench coat Han from Endor.
Yeah,
on a figure that sort of is 15 years old.
And in that respect, with regards to like being a new collector, what new collector is going to want to go into collecting a new line and being like, right, okay, I'll have one figure from Return of the Jedi, I'll have one figure from Empire Strikes Back, I'll have all these obscure, weird costume characters. Like for this latest wave, for example, you've got Han and an Emperor's Royal Guard and Akbar, and it's like, it's a Return of the Jedi wave. But if you're a new collector, you're going to want the core characters. You're going to want a Vader. You're going to want a Luke. You're going to want a Han, an Obi-Wan, a 3PO, an R2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There seems to be no. I understand the argument, but I don't get the execution. So it is what it is. I kind of at this point, I kind of just take Vintage Collection as a line that I can cherry pick figures from. It pains me because I just don't get excited about 3 3/4 inch anymore, and that's not a route that I ever wanted to go down because with the 6-inch stuff, it just takes up so much room and it's so much more. Well, it used to be so much more expensive. But now it's just like when I see Vintage Collection reveal, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But for an extra £3 or £4, I can get a Black Series figure that I want a lot more and that I don't already have. It's like the Biker Scout that's just come out from Fallen Order. That was a prime opportunity to completely resculpt the Biker Scout and give us a brand new sculpt of the figure. And they've just used that kit-bashed Saga Collection version that was, I think it was the same one that was included with the Speeder Bike in 2012. It's just got the extra harness and the baton and stuff, and I'm just thinking
it's gonna have that weird neck joint that sort of flips up so that when he's on the speeder bike, his head can actually flip up. Like it, and it looks good while it's on the speeder bike, but when it's not, it looks a little
And even now, by today's standards, it's a figure that doesn't quite hold up as well as others. Like they've gone back and completely resculpted the Airborne Trooper helmet for the Purge Trooper. Why couldn't they have just done that for the Scout Trooper? It just doesn't. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't get excited by it anymore. It's a shame because I really, 3 3/4 inch is the bread and butter. But it's hard to get. Yeah, exactly. But it's really hard to get behind all these, like hashtags of back TVC and save 3.75 when the enthusiasm, at least on my part, just isn't there anymore. I think Black Series is doing a great job. I know that was the goal for Hasbro. Ultimately was to shift everyone onto 6-inch so that they could put their focus into that. But maybe I've fallen for it. Maybe I have, but
I'm in the same boat. But I really only feel like the 3 3/4 inch is still going is because we are so vocal about it. If we weren't so vocal, I think it would have been shelved a long time ago.
And I think, to be fair, like even before Vintage Collection came back, I think given the way that sort of like the Last Jedi and the Solo lines were handled, and we barely got any figures for those lines, and even with like Rise of Skywalker, we didn't even get a movie line for that film. I think probably around the time of the end of 5POA was probably the time to kill it off. And I know that's probably gonna upset quite a lot of people that I feel that way, but I just can't find it in myself to get excited about 3 3/4 inch figures anymore, unless I'm filling gaps in my collection, unless I'm going back and picking up figures that I've missed or that I've always wanted and never got. Case in point, like with Power of the Force stuff that I'm going back and collecting. Like I just can't, and especially for the price as well. Like I said, for an extra £3-4 you can buy a Black Series figure, and with the way the Black Series are killing it at the minute, I'd just rather put my money into that. So I guess Hasbro have won.
I kind of find myself going back and filling holes in my 3 3/4 inch collection more than I am buying new figures. But then they put out like the new Boba Fett in 3 3/4 inch, and it's spectacular. Like it's really good.
That's one of the ones I've got coming in the mail this week. Hopefully, I've ordered 2. I've done the same as you, and I've picked up one to open and one to keep carded. So can't wait.
And then then we're gonna have to buy another one when the one with the chest plate comes out, the corrected. Any thoughts on this 4-pack TVC? I wonder if he's talking about the Gaming Greats ones.
No, I've seen this rumor circulating on some of the Vintage Collection Facebook groups. Apparently, that I don't know where it's sprouted from, but there's a rumor that's been going around about a potential Vintage Collection 4-pack. I'm not sure what's in it. I'm not sure what it's based on, but there is a rumor going around that there's a big multi-pack for Vintage Collection coming. But like I said, I have no idea what it's from, so don't know. I would think Bad Batch, perhaps. That
would make sense.
Or something Rogue One related, since we're celebrating 5 years of that this year. But
or it'd just be something completely irrelevant.
Yeah, more than likely.
Be like Handmaiden, Padme, and Zam Wessel, and
it'll be something.
Constable Zuvio.
Super articulated Constable Zuvio. Finally, thank God.
Aura Singh is my most anticipated. I think I'm with you there.
Yeah, me too.
Smuggler's Canyon. Morning, guys. 2 strong accents. Sith Lord with that accent. I don't reckon you're too far away from where I live. Whereabouts are you, Smugglers Canyon?
Are you from up north as well?
Linda, what do you think the odds are that we'll get a standard Return of the Jedi Fett in the next 2 waves of Black series?
I think we'll get one for 40th in a couple of years.
I don't think they'll put it back because they've made it sort of part of the line now. It's kind of
I think rather than putting it in a narrower box with less accessories, I think they'll just stick it on a vintage style card.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's probably where my guts is going now. Like, get it now, or you're probably going to miss out. You're probably going to have to wait a couple of years. 2023, that'll be. So
yeah, and you won't get the flame accessory. You won't get the grappling hook. You won't get all the extra bits and pieces. You'll just get the bog standard figure, and it'll be. I've got to be honest. If they do it on the vintage Return of the Jedi card back, like they've just done for the vintage collection, I will snap that up. That'd look sick.
Yeah, it does. It would. Yeah, I love that card, but yeah, it's kind of like what they just did with Dagobah Luke. Like they left the Yoda and the backpack out, and they put the Luke back in the packaging. So on the vintage stuff, so that works. Evening, Darth Muzzer, how's it going? Hasbro nailed the Bespin Han Solo look exactly like Harrison Ford. They did. That's a nice one. Even the Black Series Endor Han is really good. Like, I think that's pretty well bang on too.
Yeah,
time to get those.
They're nailing all the head sculpts, I think, in Black Series at the minute. I don't think there's a single one since photo reels come into effect. I don't think there's been a single one that's been particularly bad.
And the ones that are bad are just because they're like factory defects. Like the eyes are slightly off and makes the figure look a little bit crappy, but which can sort of really sort of ruin a figure for you when you're spending $30 or $40 on the thing. And you get it and the paint's wrong and it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. I picked up recently because for some reason these have started to find their way back into stores here in the UK. I managed to pick up a Rey from Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, nice.
And
it's going for crazy money now.
It really is, and it's popping up now for $7.99 in TK Maxx, which is mad.
Load up.
So I picked one up, and I'm on the fence about opening it up. But with you saying about the photo reel, like this one is a prime example of that, because when you get really close up to that one, the eyes are like on the other side of her head. And so I don't know about that one, whether I'm going to open it up or try and hunt another one down. But the photo reel, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's never going to be bang on, but when they get it right, they really get it right.
Yeah. The thing about that Rey figure, like if it's a good looking figure, like in terms of the paint and it's all straight and stuff, well, there was so much potential for more characters from that film. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know what happened there.
I can't help but agree with what you said in your collection, because I watched your collection tour video yesterday, and I can't help but just agree 100% with what you said, that if there's a lack of representation for the toys from a movie or from a series or whatever, then it's harder to get excited about that series or film. Because you don't have the toys to go with it, and that kind of, I agree with that 100%. There's barely any. If there were more toys from Rise of Skywalker, I'd probably like the film a little bit more. But it's like myself, been going back and buying a bunch of Phantom Menace stuff. I've watched that movie probably a bunch of times in the last couple of months, just because I've been like, I've got the toys, and I want to sit there and look at the toys and go. You find a new love for it, don't you?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think start putting some more Rise of Skywalker figures out, and you might get a couple of people going, I'll go grab a couple of figures and the Blu-ray or chuck it on Disney Plus and have a rewatch. Red Quill, got Ventress, Hunter, Crosshair, and Elite Clone Trooper in Black Series today. They're all fantastic figures. Nice. Well, the Elite Clone is probably the weakest link, but it's still a good figure, only because it's not like it is just a sort of army builder, but it's still a cool looking figure. Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that Ventress. She looks awesome. I haven't got her in hand yet, but can't wait to pick her up. I actually want Ventress a little bit more than I want Bo-Katan.
Yeah, they're probably very level for me, but I think I'd lean towards Ventress myself. Finally, we have Tech. We do. He's looking pretty good. They did say in one of the Q&As, I was watching the Q&A that Fly Guy did with Hasbro the other day, and the 6-inch show, and they did ask about. Someone did ask about the fact that the photos of Tech, he's like got this really like bright yellow, lemon yellow color on his goggles, and they sort of said, it's we didn't go with clear like the translucent plastic because it's all part of the mold, but they've done like a metallic finish on it, so it does sort of have a bit of a glimmer about it. But
not keen on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might work, but I understand like the sort of sculpting issues with having holes in the helmet and stuff like that.
I think it might have worked for a 3 3/4 inch figure on a smaller scale, but I think on Black Series, I think there should have been the space there to do that. Especially when it's a more realistic style figure as well, when it hasn't got that animated look to it.
Yeah,
I think the translucent goggles might have worked a little bit better, but
it just means that they would have had to use translucent plastic and paint it over it, like they did, like they've done with the Luke X-wing helmets. Like they've all been cast in that sort of clear yellow, and then just painted around the visor. This is Tristan that I worked with in my last job. I got this question from him today, and I had to take it around the workplace. Would you rather look like Jar Jar Binks or sound like Jar Jar Binks?
I think
so. I'll tell you, I went with look. I went with look because I'd rather talk normally. And I'll be honest, I'm no oil painting, so it's not much of a downgrade to look like Jar Jar Binks. So one guy at work was undecided. He couldn't choose, and the other two decided they'd rather talk like Jar Jar and look like themselves.
Yeah, I think I'd rather talk like Jar Jar, because then at least I could pretend I was a mute. or just pretend to be deaf or something and just not speak. I think I'd draw a bit too much attention if I looked like it. I can't imagine that going down too well if I walked into work and just had like the floppy ears and then I think I'd scare a few people. Yeah, I think I'd sound like him and then never speak again.
Someone needs to like dub over a copy of Phantom Menace, but just put like just really well spoken English over Jar Jar Binks, just to sort of get an idea of what it would be like.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of
the
saying
ability
hello.
To speak does not make you intelligent.
Swungless Canyon. I'm pretty close to Sheffield. That's basically where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, you're pretty close to me then. That's where I am.
So just received my TVC Boba from In Demand, I'm assuming, this morning. Yellow pill. Yeah, there's no orange pill showing up. I know our usual Mike was pretty certain that they were going to show up in Australia, but no dice for us either. So, yeah, they'll probably show up in somewhere, like in a dollar store or something.
Yeah, we'll get them in TK Maxx for $7.99.
Yeah, in 2 years' time. Do you guys customize Black Series figures? I do a little bit. I did one yesterday, and I got. So Bulletproof Villain is a store here in Australia, and he had up the Dagobah Luke vintage card for, really cheap. So I grabbed 3 of them. So I thought I'd do some custom work. So I put the Dagobah Luke head and neck onto the Bespin Luke.
That looks pretty sick. That looks
so I sort of sliced off the neck. I drilled out the sort of inside of the collar. I'm going to record a video at some point. I'm going to do another one because I want to get like a bloody beat up Luke from the end of Empire. And I've got another spare Bespin Luke and another spare Dagobah Luke. So I'm going to try and do that and film as much as I can, sort of show the process. But
what was the process behind your Farm Boy Luke? Because when I watched your collection tour yesterday, I noticed that your A New Hope Luke Skywalker's got a different head, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Have you done something? Have you like taken the hair from one figure and put it on the face of another, or
no? It's just the most recent Bespin version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had a spare Bespin Luke head, and that one. It's not the best. I haven't got one on hand, but he's kind of got this look in his eyes, like he's just been caught like a deer in headlights. it's just very sort of bland. Whereas this one's probably the best Luke Skywalker head sculpt they've done, I think,
Yeah,
so
I
far
agree.
in Black Series.
Definitely. I've been considering swapping out the head on my farm boy Luke for the one from the Yavin ceremony. I wanted to try and get my hands on a cheap Yavin Luke just so I can swap out the heads on that one, because there's just that head on the Luke Yavin, not the Luke Yavin, the farm boy Luke just looks naff. So I really want to swap that one out at some point.
I kind of feel like they're probably very close, like maybe the next archive wave or something, but I don't really want them to just do repaints of those figures. I want
you want a brand new
Leia you could probably do because it's got a good sculpt, but the Luke is just, it's a bit of a crappy figure. Yeah. And Han could definitely do with an upgrade.
I think that farm boy Luke could definitely benefit from a sculpted tunic.
Yeah.
Like the soft goods was nice. It were a nice little throwback to the vintage OTC Luke from 2004. I thought, but I think just in terms of like consistency and realism with the rest of the line, I think it really needs to have a sculpted upper body as opposed to the soft goods. So yeah, fingers crossed for that one.
Ventress has the soft good dress. Her head sculpt is great. Absolutely. I love it. I love it a lot. It's a really great figure. Morning, Aaron from Florida. Up way too early on a Saturday going to an air show with the hubby. I love toys. He loves planes. A great chat, and I'll catch up tonight. Thanks for popping in. Have a great day. What's your thoughts on Star Wars Squadrons? Oh, I haven't touched it. I played it for like 3 weeks, and then I just didn't touch it again.
I haven't even played it yet.
Yeah. Well, it was cool, but it was like, it's all right. Yeah. I'd rather play Battlefront, to be honest. But
it's weird because I've got a PS4 and it's literally just a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
I never use it.
Hey, Bill. I'm a fan of TC14 from Phantom Menace. Picked up the figure from 99 recently on a card. Nice.
That is beautiful.
It is. I like the cup tray.
Yeah,
like it's just the most random accessory. It's great.
It's just such a good figure. There, I remember picking that one up a few years back when I went through a little bit of a nostalgia kit with Phantom Menace. I think it was when it was released in 3D.
Yep.
So I went trolling through eBay trying to find stuff, and I ended up picking up TC14, and I picked it up really, really cheap, which is weird because I know it's another one of those figures that is quite sought after now. I just wish I'd kept it on card because it's just it just looks so good.
The last really difficult one I'm trying to hunt down is the R2B1. I know there's like cheaper versions. There was a 30th anniversary version, but I really want that. What is it? Vac metallized dome.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the 30th one. Oh no, that's the original.
No, that's the original. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the one I'm hunting for.
I have no idea how I got this one. I can't remember because I've got the 30th anniversary one as well, and I've no idea where this one came from because I never bought it in '99, and I don't think I went back and picked it up recently either. So I've got no idea where that came from, but it's there because I think he came with the little droid harness as well, didn't he? Back in the day as well.
Yeah, and then they did like a 4-pack. Like around 2012, I think, and each of those droids came with one of those.
Yeah, some pretty good figures from Phantom Menace, actually. Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah, love me a bit.
Yeah.
It's really, I love the fact that they went back and just sculpted a brand new figure for her as well. They didn't just like recycle a 3PO and give her new arms.
Yeah, because it would have had to. I don't think I've ever really paid much attention. I can see mine from here.
At least I don't think it's a 3PO. It could be a 3PO. I don't know.
Yeah, I might have to have a look at that later. I probably won't. I'll probably forget about it. But
really good figure though. I'd love to see a super articulated upgrade on that one.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I'm with only one Kenobi and the bring back the Vac metallized stuff. That's
absolutely.
So good.
I won her when I was going through my little Power of the Force 2 phase. I've recently got the freeze frame 3PO with the cargo net.
Oh, cool.
Because I'd got my eyes on. I'd literally got every variant of 3PO on watch on eBay. So I'd got like the original 3PO that was released in '95. the freeze frame version, the purchase of the Droids 3-pack, the Millennium Minted Coin Edition with the silver leg, and I was just like, I just got them all watched in case like a special deal popped up on something.
Yeah.
And I ended up going with the freeze frame one, and I was a bit like hesitant to buy it because I thought, because I'd looked at reviews and I'd looked at pictures and stuff, and I really wanted a VAC metal 3PO for the Power of the Force shelf.
Yeah.
And seeing pictures of that one, I thought, well, he's got that weather into him. Maybe he doesn't look quite as VAC metalized as I want him to, but when he's popped up and he's nice and shiny, he's a beautiful figure. Really happy with that one.
Is he not as sort of like He-Man-ish as the first one?
No, he's still got sort of that widened stance, but he's not as bulky as him. I'll grab him actually. He's not too bad.
So say hi to Mike from Sweden there. Biker Scout 74.
He's a little bit grubby. There he is.
Yeah, nice.
Like I say, he's got that VAC metalized finish, but he is heavily weathered, so it doesn't quite stand out as much. It almost feels like a 32p piece. Yeah,
it's really like almost like strolling through the desert.
Yeah,
3PO.
And it comes with the cargo net and stuff as well. I finally managed to get an R2 to go with him as well.
Yeah, nice. That's cool.
That's the freeze frame one as well. So finally got the duo on the Power of the Force shelf.
That's
so I can stop for a little bit now with Power of the Force. That's been draining me.
Tim wants to know if there was any other figures in TK Maxx.
It's at the minute it's sporadic where they're popping up, but it is mostly the first wave of vintage collection from sort of Rise of Skywalker. So you've got Rey, the Sith Jet Troopers showing up, the Knight of Ren, Poe Dameron,
Zori Bliss.
Yeah, Zore, and X-Wing Luke as well, which is the other one I picked up because I didn't get that one. Because I managed to get the Jedi Destiny 3-pack that he's in from Comic-Con. But I wanted to get him out of the box, so I picked one up and opened him up. And he's a really cool figure.
It is a pretty good figure, that one.
Yeah. This one looks like he's sort of... It looks like the plastic was still soft and he's had something like pushed up against his face because his face is like his face is in italics. So I might need to give him a little bit of a boil treatment and do something about that head because it's a little bit wonky. It looks like it's been stung by bees. But the rest of the figure, like the sculpt on that jumpsuit and everything, is really good. So I just need to, if I can track down the Luke in Stormtrooper disguise from the vintage collection, I am actually going to try and put together a review on that Jedi Destiny 3-pack. I know it's a couple of years old now, but once I've got all the figures out of the box that I can, analyze in a little bit more detail, I'm going to do a separate review on that whole set. So I just need one more Luke, and we'll be on the road for that review.
Awesome. Go through a few more comments here and catch up a bit. Bill found Grief Karga the other day at Walmart. It was nice to cancel the pre-order. Yeah, it's nice when you get to cancel the pre-order yourself rather than the stores cancelling it for you.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's a lot of that happening over there in the States. G'day, Adam. Yeah, that's right. Definitely need to revisit episode 4, Han, Luke and Leia Black Series and TVC. Couldn't agree more.
Like you say, I think that Leia figure from Black Series just needs photo reel because when they revised the head sculpt for the 40th anniversary release, that was like pretty good in itself. So I think photo reel on that one they'd just take it over the edge.
Got it for $10, but the card was a little bent. Oh, that's for the TC14. That's not bad. That's good.
That's a really good deal.
Found a Black Series Luke with Landspeeder still in box at Cash Converters yesterday. Now I wish I'd grabbed another Yavin Luke. Yeah, that Luke was cool. The Landspeeder one, but it wasn't super great. Like it was almost like at the edge of like taking over with photo reel. Like it was just almost at that point. Like it probably just missed the boat. The photo
I think
reel.
that the head sculpt on that one gets quite a bit of hate as well, I think. But I think that's another one where if you just stuck photoreal on it, it'd drastically improve it. Like it isn't a great head sculpt because he's got like the wispy hair and stuff, and he's got that deer in headlights sort of look, hasn't he? But I think with photoreal that could look decent.
Yeah, you could almost use it as like a second head, so you could have, Luke inside doing his chores, or you can have Luke standing out looking at the suns in the wind.
Yeah.
Give him a little toy TC. I was going to say TC-15, T-16. We can zoom. I like there's that meme. It was like when Padme was 19, she was the queen of a planet. When Anakin was 19, he was a Jedi. When Luke was 19, he was making vroom vroom noises in his garage.
Accurate.
I'm 33 and I make vroom vroom noises with my
toys.
I
was going to say.
We'll get that vac metalized pram in the Razor Crest. That's true. I did forget about that. Great to see Empire Strikes Back retro hitting Morrison's here in the UK. 2 for 15 deal as well as really good.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that Mando wave to drop. I went to a mate's the other day to drop him some stuff off, and he just had the Mando retro wave delivered, so I got to have a look at him in person, and oh my god,
nice.
I wasn't going to buy him, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, I need these. I haven't opened any of my other retro figures. I've left them all on the card. But I think I'm going to have to get that wave, or at least if I don't get the whole wave, I'm going to have to get Mando and Grogu. And open them up because they look really good.
Yeah, they are. I've watched a couple of people's reviews, like Boss Bounty did his review, and Darth Mark, Blue Harvest Vintage Toys, I think he did a review, but he was showing them on a live stream. Did with him. I can't remember. I've completely been out of the loop. But yeah, I opened up the first wave, like the New Hope ones, and then I'd never got the Empire ones, so I'm still on the edge about getting the Mando ones, but I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, same. I'm going to have to.
I should probably just stop kidding myself and just pre-order them.
I got the first wave and I left all those on the card, and then from Empire I just got Luke and Yoda and Boba Fett. I wanted to get a second Boba Fett because I wanted to open one up for my Fett shelf. But I haven't bothered with like Lando or Hoth Han or Hoth Leia or anything like that. I think I'm just going to have to draw a line under it somewhere. But like I said, that Mando wave looks really good. It's just the novelty, I think, of just having them. They're just a bit quirky, a bit different. Yeah, the idea of them. Might have them all once my Mando helmet comes in, have them displayed underneath my Mando helmet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Says, how dare you not dust your C-3PO?
Yeah, I haven't needed to dust him. That's natural. That's factory produced dust.
Spray on dirt.
Yeah, it isn't. I've only had him on the shelf for about 2 weeks. He doesn't need dusting. He is just that filthy. That's just how he came. Can't do anything about it. He's got a very chalky feel to him, though.
The 3PO with Salacious Crumb is Vac Metal. You're right. That was 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
So even then, that's nearly 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been well over a decade.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel Chart, thanks for tuning in. I just missed the beginning, just woke up. No problems at all.
Why not? It's a Saturday.
I'm really looking forward to going to bed. It's nearly 9 o'clock p.m. here, and I've had a big old day. I'm exhausted. Yeah, just need a photo reel update for Black Series Leia. The sculpted body are good enough already. Did the head swap between 50th Lucasfilm Obi and the standard version. Amazing. That's probably the only version of... Yeah, that's probably the only reason I'd buy that 50th Lucasfilm. Like, I don't care about the silly Kenner cape and the brown body. Like, maybe just make a random Jedi out of him or something. But yeah, for the head sculpt, the updated head sculpt, I'd like to do that. But do I really want to spend like $40 or $50 on a head?
Nah, I think if one pops up cheap on Amazon, I might grab one.
Yeah,
and then just pop the heads out and maybe sell it on or something. But I'm just don't. Really
you can almost maybe like slice the card open, pop the old head on the new figure, and then pop it back in the bubble and get a clamshell or something for it and display it. But
yeah, might be something to do.
what's your thoughts on the High Republic? I'm digging it so far. Light of the Jedi, the first book, is probably my least favorite. But the other two are great. I'm just kind of looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about it. It's still really early days, I think. And I've started to jump back into other books now after I've sort of caught up with those three. But yeah, definitely intrigued and interested. I'm keen to see what happens there. Have you jumped into the High Republic yet, Steve?
No, I've not touched it yet. I think I'm probably not. I'm not a massive novel reader, to be honest. So I probably won't touch the books. But if the graphic novels get volumized, I'll probably pick a couple of them up just to see what it's about. I don't like I said, I don't. It sounds bad, but I don't tend to do a lot of reading. I just don't get the time. So
yeah.
But with graphic novels, if it's volumized, I can just flick through it. Then I'll probably do that at some point. But I don't want to do it if the story is going to continue. I'd rather do it when it finishes and wraps up, and then I can just digest it all at once.
Binge reading.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
General Kenobi.
Vroom, pew, pew. Still waiting for my missing Mando from In Demand. So they're not really in demand, are they? You're the one that's in demand. Will we get a geode figure?
Oh, God.
I saw one in the backyard. I have one. It's in the garden.
Yeah, we already got one. Mine's got a solar light in it. It lights up. Yeah, I don't know. I saw that getting a lot of hate over on Twitter, and I thought, is it deserving? Is it deserving of the hate it's getting, or is it just people overreacting?
It's overreaction. You know, typical internet noise, echo chambers. Yeah. Like, it's a silly concept, but it's no sillier than Jackson the freaking Rabbit. Like, yeah,
I just saw it and I thought, God, that's lazy, but then there's got to be more to it at the same time.
Yeah. So. Star Wars has always had things that are just completely designed for whimsy, and this is one of them. Like, it's just making light out of a few situations, and like, they talk about Geode being he's like the navigator of this crew, of their ship. And every time, like, one of the characters that's not in the crew, like the Jedi, have an interaction with Geode, it's like, you know, Geode stared at them, like, you know, Geode looked back, like his lack of response was telling of how he felt. Like, it was just taking the piss out of itself. Like, it really was. It was just silly.
I like that. I can get on board with that then. If it's done ironically, then it's fine. yeah,
it absolutely is. And then he sort of comes in and saves the day at the end to a point. So
cool.
It kind of works.
Yeah, I can deal with that then.
Hey there, Chief Chirper. Just had Bo-Katan delivered and having the Red 5 helmet delivered later today. Oh, very nice.
That Red 5 helmet is amazing.
Yeah,
it is so good. It's I was talking to Daniel East 1000 about this the other day because he's on the fence about ordering one, and I said, dude, just freaking do it. Like, if you've not ordered any of the Mando helmets or like the Boba Fett helmet or anything like that, it easily cleans the floor with those. Like, I know Boba Fett is Boba Fett and Mando is Mando, but that Luke helmet, it's so much fun. It's easily like one of my favorite purchases in the past like 5-10 years. It's so good.
I might have to look into that one again.
It's amazing. It's just the amount of like, it's how like interactive it is. Like, there's just so many lights and sounds in it and stuff, and phrases, and like the visor lights up, and there's different modes in the speaker for like Battle of Yavin or Battle of Hoth. Oh, it is incredible. I can't believe I haven't reviewed it yet, but it's so good, so good.
Oh, I might have to look into it. My wife may not like it.
Yeah, just doing a Ray and just like eating your dinner and then just like.
But yeah, I know how keen Mark was to get Bo-Katan, so I'm keen to hear his thoughts. Definitely get the Mando retro figs. They look really good. Feel the same Sith Lord. I won't want the Mando retro collection, but if I see him in car in store, I will cave in.
It's the Grogu figure that does it for me. After seeing that one in person, like I just love the way it's put together on the bubble. Like you've got it just looks so bulky and good value for money. It's just it's such a good looking figure.
I like that the Grogu figure is bigger than the Black Series one.
Yeah.
But it's kind of they wouldn't have been able to do it any other way back in the day. So it's kind of fitting. Like it's
I love that it doesn't even look like a Hasbro figure. It looks like a piece of Playmobil or something. It's just so weird. I love it. I can't wait to get it.
Collecting Unleashed, how's it going? Keep the retro figures on card 2. I'll try to get some seconds to open up as well. Have 12 figures to review. Well, chop, get to work.
Yeah, I kept all my retro figures on card as well, but I think with the Mando figures, I think the novelty of those is purely to have them open, because I kept all my New Hope and Empire retro figures on card just because I don't have any original vintage representation in my collection. I'm not a massive vintage collector, so when those came out and they were accessible, I was like, I've got to get them. So I kept them carded just for that reason. But the Mando figures, I think there's no real nostalgia there for them, if that makes any sense, because they were never released back in the 80s. So they deserve to breathe, as Mr. Stevie would say. Let them breathe. Yeah.
Been up since 8 on Red Dead for 3 hours. He's such a cowboy. What's the ship called? The Vessel. Yeah. That was from High Republic. The ship that Geode is on, the ship is literally called Vessel. But again, they take the piss out of it. It's just ironic.
Yeah. I'll let him off then.
Some coffee. Looking forward to getting my Luke helmet. I'm doing well. I'm doing really, really well. I'm exhausted, but I'm good. I'm my wife sort of like, yeah, go do your live stream. I was hesitating and I wasn't going to do it, but that I'd only be for an hour and a half or so. So you still haven't completed Red Dead yet. I think this is like his 3rd or 4th playthrough, I think he said. So yeah, he has completed it. I was chatting with him about that at some point. Just got my 3.75 Boba through the post. Can't wait to open the box.
I want it. Where is it?
I love that helmet. It's awesome. The Luke helmet is X-Wing helmet is great. Waited so long. If anyone wants to buy me one, I'll accept. Hey, G-Force.
Stick it in your Amazon wish list and just put it in a little link underneath each of your videos.
I wouldn't put it past myself to do something like that.
Do it.
Wish I could get the Mando helmet, just don't have the space. I think that's my big problem with the helmets is just not having room for it. Like I've got my old EFX Stormtrooper helmet there. I've got Vader up the top. I've got Kylo Ren. I think that's all I've got. Yeah, and I did have one of the old Hasbro Boba Fett helmets that I started working on redoing. But
I've got the Mando one pre-ordered, and I've made a specific space for it. And then once that comes, I think I'm going to have to give it up with helmets. The only thing that's going to really tip me over the edge is if they do a Biker Scout helmet. I'm going to be like, Jesus, I'm going to have to buy one of them.
Yeah, I'm tossing up the Boba Fett, like the repainted Boba Fett one that's coming out later this year, I think. Yeah. Because I missed out on the last one, and that was pretty good helmet. But yeah, I might bite the bullet on that one.
I think hindsight being what it is, I think I'd have probably opted for the original Boba helmet as opposed to the prototype one. Because I picked up the white prototype, and it's good and it's a novelty thing, but there's just not that. I think the fact that they just repainted the Boba helmet with all the dints and dings in it and everything, it looks weird. It looks like it's almost custom made because it just looks like it's been given a literal white wash. And I don't know. There's just something that when I got it out, I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit underwhelming actually. So I might move that one on at some point in favor of a different helmet. But
yeah, the idea's there. I like the idea, but it's the same as like doing the Stormtrooper and then immediately doing a Shadow Stormtrooper. It's like, get this, but we paint it differently.
Yeah, it's like the Captain Cardinal helmet, really, as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty much the same.
It was a strange release. Like, it's just a red version of, like, not many people are going to know who Captain Cardinal is.
Exactly, yeah. Strange.
If I see that Jackson on the pegs, I'll get him because he's a smuggler. I'll stick him in my Jabba in his Goons display. I think I'm in the same boat with Jackson. Like, I don't really give a crap about the figure. But I will say, like, the head sculpt looks pretty cool. Like, I dig that.
It's the packaging for me on those figures.
Yeah.
I love the way they've put them together. I think they look really good.
I wish they'd sort of done, like, I've said it before, but, like, where it's like a gatefold when you open it. I wish, like, the front cover was like a sleeve and you could, like, pull out a single, like, a reprinted comic book. Like,
yeah.
It just sort of bring back that sort of comic pack vibe from, like, you know, back in the late sort of 2010s, noughties. I don't even know. From like a decade ago, let's say that. Like, and, you know, that would boost, surely that would help boost, you know, sales of the comics too.
Yeah. Just bring back comic packs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no. I think I have to get Wedge's helmet as well. Monkey Jeebers. Almost 420. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. That one's gone over my head.
I get it, but I don't know why it's relevant.
Wedge has the dullest pilot helmet in the films, although I love the character. I'll probably pass on that. I hope they do Big's one. I think probably the dullest helmet is probably Dax, because it's really just a white helmet with the blue insignia. It's sort of pretty generic.
I think Barker's right, though. I think a Big's helmet would have been really good.
Yeah,
I'd have loved to have seen that sort of that grid, that checkered pattern on the top and stuff like that. But yeah, a Big's helmet would have been good. I think Star Wars Explained would have gone for that as well. Yeah,
I should do, if they do a Dak Rolter helmet, they should do it like post Hoth, and it comes flat packed in IKEA.
Well, if you buy it from Amazon, it'll come like that anyway.
Comes with the head.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jackson has an army builder body ditch the head. You could do that. I'd probably keep the head. But it looks more like a Marvel Legends figure than a Star Wars figure to me. They made a new Boba Fett with the unmasked Mandalorian in mind with the removable helmet. I think that's exactly what they did. They're gonna milk that sculpt for everything it's worth. And I don't blame them. Don't blame them at all. Just have to build a 1-to-1 scale X-Wing now. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just
Diagostini will do it at some point.
Yeah. Weekly part for 60 years.
1,000 issues. You'll get to build one. It'll cost you 17 grand. Fine.
$24.95 a week. And then they'll like forget to ship you like 3 issues in a row, and
that's it. And you'll be missing a cockpit for months.
With the Mando retro figure set well in the Razor Crest cockpit with that vinyl cape? Probably not.
Nah, you just take the vinyl cape off though. It's only like a slip over thing, isn't it? So be fine.
Because that's why they're doing the soft goods cape for the figure that comes with it, so he can sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the Ahsoka, Tano, and Grogu Hot Toy set?
Yeah, I saw that. That does look good.
Yeah.
When I went over to my mates and I saw his retro Mando wave, he's just ordered the Hot Toys Mando with Grogu, like the deluxe set.
Yeah.
And he got that out and showed it me, and oh my god, I was jealous. Really jealous. Like if I had the funds, I would be all over Hot Toys, but too much.
Yeah, I just moved a couple of my Hot Toys to help fund like some of the more recent, like smaller scale figures.
Yeah,
because I just was like, I just need to catch up a little bit, and I thought, you know what, if I keep owning them, like I don't think I'm going to get rid of any more the ones I got now, because I've got 5, technically 6. I've got Old Man Han, Old Man Luke. I've got Return of the Jedi Luke, and I've got both Force Awakens Rays and BB-8. So I might just sit with that for a little while. Ollie, Star Wars guy, what is your favorite Clone Wars figures? My favorites are all the figures from the Defend the Camino battle pack. I got them back in the day in John Lewis. Favorite Clone Wars figures?
God, there's so many to go at.
Yeah, and there were so many amazing, like.
Just looking at what's on the shelf. The first one that I have to go to is Serapas.
Yeah, I was going to go with where is he? Where is it? Embo. Nope, we lost him.
Oh my god!
Oh, we lost you for a sec, but I think you're good.
Sorry, I think I was just zoning out.
I think Embo for me.
Serapas. I think the is it Sai Chen? I forgot. Sai Sen. I forgot his name. The woolly guy.
Yeah,
Sai Sen. I forgot his bloody name.
Thyssen?
Thyssen, that's the one.
Yeah.
Thyssen, definitely. Because they just put out so many weird and obscure characters from that line, didn't they? Bosk.
Yeah.
Do you know what? A really underrated figure for me, and one of my favourites is this guy.
Garnact, yes.
Garnact. What an absolute treasure that figure is. Just look at him.
The other guy, he was the bounty hunter. He came with the speeder, and he was like a big sort of Trandoshan looking guy. And he had like one like bulked up shoulder. Yes.
Is it Castus?
Castus, yes. And he was just a bit of a tool, but that's such a cool figure.
It really is.
Probably one of my favorites. Yeah, one of mine would have to be the Clone Wars Jabba.
Yeah. Yeah, like, he's the centerpiece of my Clone Wars shelf.
Corey from Kessel Run Transmissions bought that for me as a gift over in Chicago last year, or 2019, awesome. Sorry. And I was stoked because I was I'd sort of explained to him that I was like trying to fill a few holes while I was over there at Celebration, and I was hunting for a Jabba, and I found one. And I thought I'll go back and get that on the last day. I went back and it was gone, and so I managed to find Captain Argaius, Goldie, and there was one more, and they were sort of the harder to find ones. I got them for a really good price, and the night before we left, like Corey's like, "Oh, I got you a gift." I'm just like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that," and he gave it to me. It was like Jabba, and he's like, "Yeah, I went and bought it."
Oh wow!
I was like, that was so good. So I always have that little sentimental value of that figure because that's just cool. So good.
That's cool.
But I really like some of the Jedi in that line. Like Shark T's amazing.
Yeah,
Quinlan Voss.
The updated Kit Fisto they did as well was really good.
Yeah.
And Nadav Ebb, one that sometimes slips under the radar.
It does, yeah. He was a good one. But I mean, all the clones are good.
Yeah. God, there's so many. You forget until you look at the figures that you've got from that line. You forget just how many they actually put out. Did
you ever get Coltesca from? He was like from the video game. He was like the big Scar Cohen guy in the suit.
Yeah, he's. I've got him at the back of the shelf. Got Coltesca. Got Worm. Is it Worm? Warm Loathsome.
Yeah.
The general.
There was so many they could have done too.
Yeah. Kato Parasite.
Yeah. Imagine if they did Trench.
Oh my god. Ponkrell. For God's sake.
Yeah. Ponkrell.
Come on. We need Ponkrell.
Admiral Trench. The list goes on. We could be here all day talking about Clone Wars figures they should have done.
I just wish they'd go back and just do another line because there's still so much they could do. Like Undead Night Sisters, Zombie Night Sisters. Bring us them. There's so many good stuff.
Proper Mother Talzin.
Yeah.
Spider Maul.
Oh my god. Stop.
We're just gonna end up sad about what we don't have.
Yeah. No, it is a really good line though. You forget just how good it is until you sort of go back and really look at some of the.
That's probably one of my favorite lines I reckon of all time. Like I had a blast collecting those figures, and there's still a lot I need to sort of finish that up. But I've kind of got the most sort of sought after ones. The rest of them are majority just clones and different droids.
I don't think I'm too far off getting all of them either. I think there's the only one that I know for a fact that I'm missing is the second version of the Magna Guard that they did. That was the white version with the soft goods cape. I'd never got that one.
Right.
And there's probably a couple of clones here and there that I'm missing as well, and like a couple of different repaints and repacks. But for the most part, I've pretty much completed it. So, but yeah.
I'm more than content. I'm more than content with what I have.
Me too.
If I come across ones I need in the future, I'll snatch them up. But G4 says it was 100% the weathered cards for the retro figs that prevented me from collecting them. Yeah, and the big ugly sticker. High Republic is Star Wars Mad Libs, and they get paid for it. Universal Collector, how's it going, Matt?
Hello.
Scrolling through the hellos. Jesse and Fives are the best. Thank you. Did you see the Biker Scout helmet on Holo Chronicles? Yes, I did. That was freaking incredible. That was amazing. Like, had the flip open, had the chin strap. Like, it just looked so good. Kylo Ren lightsaber is 115 at Target on clearance. That thing was like $500 here. That Black Series Deluxe lightsaber. I don't know who's buying them now because like they're all deluxe and they're all like $400 or $500.
Yeah, there's a ton I'd love to get because I still don't have an FX lightsaber in the collection, so I need to get one at some point. But it's just I can't justify the money. The only one that I think I'd really want, like the only one I've always wanted, is Obi-Wan's from Phantom Menace because I just love that hilt.
Yeah.
And I had the flick out one that you could get back in the 90s, you know, the toy version.
Yeah.
I had that, and a friend of mine had the Darth Maul one. So, and I had this weird one as well. I had Qui-Gon's lightsaber that came as part of this weird dress-up set. Came with Qui-Gon's lightsaber. The blade was made of foam, and then it came with like the hologram projector, a real braid, Padawan braid that came with like a hook that you put on the back of your ear like that. It was so weird, and like you got all this other, and then like a leather belt and stuff like that. So I think Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's lightsaber are like the 2X ones that I'd have to get just for nostalgia purposes more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd really like the rebuilt Luke Skywalker blade from Rise of Skywalker. I really like that, and the gold saber that she has at the end, I really like that. And apparently that could be coming out soon anyway, so I might just grab that one. At work, they've got a Mace Windu lightsaber from 2008, so that would have been who was doing them back then, Ultimate Effects or
was it Master Replicas?
It might have been Master Replicas, it might have been. But they got one of those.
Or EFX, I think, wasn't it? Some company like that was around at that time. The Sidious lightsaber that's coming out as well looks really good. Yeah,
it does.
Problem is with that one, I'd just be hiding it up my sleeve all the time and just going just threatening the missus with it all the time. It's treason then. Sticking myself on the end of a drill.
G-Force has no idea where we're going to put the Razor Crest when it arrives. I think everyone that has pre-ordered one is in the same boat. Want the wedge now? I have Luke's. May get Mando's to fall down that rabbit hole. You have to grow a couple of extra heads, Mark. Yeah. You could wear them all at the same time. Yeah, Biker Scout helmet. I would find space somehow, even if it meant having to wear it constantly.
Yeah, I think I'm there with that one.
Had a great 3.7 figure toy run today in Smith's. Found a spare IG-11 retro and some vintage collection. Nice one.
Nice.
Do a little bit of a toy haul video. Do you still want a Black Series Snoke to cut in half? I have a spare. Yes, I do.
Oh God, one. That's reminding me. I was supposed to be sorting you out with one of them, wasn't I? I forgot about that. He's took to. I might beat Darth Muzzer to it because I've got one stored in my box of loose figs in the loft. I'll go and get him out.
Yeah, I still do. It's just something I haven't got around to doing. But
you're gonna get 2 now. You'll have another whole one again.
Yeah, I could find something to do with him. One could be like in case I've ruined the first one that I'd ruin.
Yeah, backup option.
It's like I ruin it too much. At the moment, I'm missing Poe's helmet. Problem these days, if you don't pre-order it, you cannot find it during its release. They become a lot more expensive secondhand.
That Kylo one went for some decent money after it sort of got discontinued and wasn't circulating anymore.
Yeah, and I completely pulled mine apart and I filled in all the cracks and I rebuilt it and I customized it and and then I kind of wasn't really that happy with it, so now it sits on the top shelf getting dust. And
you have to stick some, like, just chisel some of it out and put some red cracks in it and stuff and get a Rise of Skywalker one going.
It's probably not a bad idea, actually. Just go and throw it at the ground somewhere. Just smash it into an elevator door.
There you go. Sword.
Wonder Rock, Wonder Stock. If you've got money, you can get Wonder Hock. Rock, Stock, and Hock. Smith's is packed, about time.
Yeah, they've got some really good stuff in. I went up there the other day. It's a shame I have it all.
Paid over $350 for a sealed Kylo Ren helmet last year. Pressed enter by accident in previous message. Damn.
Yikes.
I'm Adam, but smaller. I get it. Nothing like a successful toy run. Yeah, they're few and far between these days.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they do replica blasters as well, a DL44 or E11. Yeah, Hasbro decided to go with the Stormtrooper baton, didn't they? They're still sitting around the shops.
Yeah, I'm going to say that I think no one bought.
Yeah, just send me a Luke helmet. I'm Porkins.
You know, speaking of helmets, one thing that I really miss, and I'm just looking at them now, is the scaled helmets that Master Replicas used to do. That would be a much better option in terms of space.
Yeah.
Because those
what
helmets,
happened to Hasbro's? Like, Hasbro were doing their Black Series helmet 2-packs.
They just
like die-cast helmets, and they're just like...
died off, didn't they? Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're going to release this collection of, cool helmets, but we're only going to do like 12.
I don't even think they did that many, did they? They did... Phasma,
maybe not.
They did Phasma and the Stormtrooper. They did Poe and Kylo.
Yeah.
They did Vader and Sabine and Boba Fett and the normal Stormtrooper. And I think that was it. Wasn't it?
You could be right.
I think that was it.
You could be right there.
I won't mind that Boba Fett one.
For the shelf, yep.
Yep.
I've got looking at my little Boba Fett shrine here too.
Told myself I wouldn't do it, but I've done it.
As we get older, we all tend to have a little Porkins in us. Sweet and sour Porkins. Someone said Hot Toys. Use a brown or green dark cloth and cut the fingertip off and poke a hole in the tip for the head. And go through, make a slit up the side to open up for a cloth cape. Hang on, let me read this again. Use a brown or dark green cloth glove and cut the fingertip off and poke a hole in the tip for the head to go through, then make a slit up the side to open up for a cloth cape.
Oh. I'm glad it's not just me.
I think I get it. It could be something we talked about, like, what was this, 9 o'clock? That was like 15 minutes ago, so okay. I'm a little bit behind on the comments here. So
maybe he's talking about the cape for the retro Mando to go in the Razor Crest.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's right. About. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Monkey Jeebers. We got there eventually. As long as you make a vid cutting him up is yours. Consider it done. I'm in the process of getting rid of all my sequel figures, focusing on only OT, Rogue One, and The Mandalorian. Rancor Battalion is my favourite Clone Wars dudes. They're so expensive. I hope they come out in the Black Series.
Forgot about those guys. That's a cool looking commander.
Cerebus. Yeah. I love Cerebus too. Love the little guy in the head.
Yeah. They just don't make them like they used to.
Hey, Kadu. Kadu? Oh my god, I need a speeder. Hello, my name is Kadu. Nice to meet you. I've been appointed as community manager of Discord and chairman of LEGO YouTubers Select Committee. Nice. Basically, I look after LEGO collectors across the UK. Cool. I use a dark nylon sock for Black Series figures. It's almost like finish your own sentence. I use a dark nylon sock for ...
Yeah, cards against Star Wars figures.
Love all those aliens bounty hunters from Clone Wars. I have Jabba from that line. The only and last time I bought from Amazon. Look, hope I'm not too late. You always can go back and watch it afterwards.
That's it.
But yeah, I'm really behind on these comments. I might just try and skim a little bit. Just watched episode 3 again. Yeah, we watched that today. Trying to fashion a cloth cape for my Black Series Mando. Looking at some cheap t-shirts online, brown or grey. Why not both?
Or if you want to part with the cash, there are some amazing people doing some really good custom work out there. There's some really good third-party options.
Is it Mudhorn Customs? Is that the one you got yours from?
Mudhorn Customs is the one that I got my Mando capes from, but then there's Mythos Berber as well, who's popped up, who's doing some really good stuff.
Oh, nice.
He's putting out Tatooine ponchos for Qui-Gon, which look really, really good. He's done a Kamino poncho for Django. What else? There's a cape for Mando. He's done a wired cape for Moff Gideon as well, which is something I think I'm going to look at getting. He's done a wired cape for Vader, the second sister. He's done quite a few, actually. Mythos Berber on Instagram. He's got some really good stuff.
Nice. I'm going to look at that. It's just a pity. I really would love to grab some of these guys' stuff, but like shipping from either the US or the UK is really, really expensive, and it kind of doubles the price of the thing.
Yeah, so I'm in the exact same situation with display stands because I have to get them from Australia.
Yeah. It's a funny little story. The guy that makes those Lego stands that I got you onto, the Laser Lab. No, Zach Paris. Zach Paris. The guy that makes them is actually a hairdressing instructor at the university that I'm going to be going to one day a week.
No
when
way.
I start doing my like 1 day a week study at trade school.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the guys at work just sort of put that all together, and they're like, "Holy crap, it's the same guy." It's like, wow, we're in a tiny little city here.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I got a Zach Paris stand for my. I don't know if you can see it, for my Slave One. It's up there.
Oh, excellent.
And it's really good. But then for the Lego stuff, I ended up going on to Wicked Brick, which is UK based, and I got 2 stands for my Millennium Falcon and my Pose X-Wing. And
nice.
That thing is awesome. I love that. So I really want to get some more. I've still got a stand for. I need to get a stand for my Star Destroyer, because I'm like you. I've pretty much moved on 95% of my Lego. Because I just don't have the space for it. But I've kept my Star Destroyer. I've kept my Republic gunship. And I think I've got a B-Wing knocking about. Oh yeah, I've got a B-Wing and an Imperial shuttle, so I need to get stands for them. But Christ knows where I'm going to put them once I've got stands. I have to put up another shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of Lego in this room anymore. I've got the Lego Slave One. That's on a stand. But yeah, the rest of it is pretty much moved on. I've still got Pose X-Wing. So I got the Millennium Falcon on a stand. Kylo's shuttle, like the most recent one from Rise of Skywalker, I kept that. But yeah, 95% of my Lego's all gone now. I've kept all the minifigs, but that's about it.
Yeah. See, I just moved a lot on because I just kept like a few samples of like some of my favorite shapes, and then just moved the rest on because I've just got nowhere to put it. And then I ended up with loads of it. I really, really jumped down that rabbit hole. I ended up with a ton. So yeah, I've just kind of got I've got the AT-ATs left. I've got kind of underneath my Falcon and my X-Wing. I've got like the throne room jewel from Return of the Jedi. Still got that. I kept my MTT and my sail barge, and then underneath that I've got sort of like an evolution of the walkers. So I've got an ATAP, I've got an ATDP, and then the ATAT with a little bit of a Hoth setup going on underneath it.
That's cool.
Just tried to keep some of like my favourite ones and the ones that display the best, I thought.
Yeah, it's hard to display them when they're all so like different in shape and size and height and depth, and yet you can't have them all on the same shelf. That bugs me a lot.
Yeah, it is a pain, but
my good friend Palpatine 1975 from Singapore. Greetings, exalted ones. How are you, old friend and Steve? Hope you are well. My apologies if I'm late to congratulate you and your new missus.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. But yeah, we've been married nearly 2 years.
I'll be 3 years next month. So yeah, that has flown.
Yeah, that's it now. It's just gonna fly by now. I
better find somewhere. My wife said no to the Razor Crest on the fireplace mantle in our living room. You should offer her the fireplace mantle in the living room and the Razor Crest can up in the other side of the bed.
I'm really glad that in hindsight I said no to that, because my wife was going to buy me the Razor Crest for my 30th, and I was like, I really want to say yes because I really want it, but I know for a fact that if I say yes, I'm going to regret it instantly after. So instead of the Razor Crest, we'll go into Luke Skywalker's island.
Oh,
hopefully. COVID providing.
Yeah, nice. My buddy Lockie that I used to do Star Wars Go Figure podcast with, him and his wife to be went over there in must have been mid 2018, I think. Must have been 2018. Yeah, they went over to Skellig Michael and he got a ton of photos up the top of that thing.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a rucksack full of figures.
Yeah, he took an old Luke. I think he took a vintage Yoda.
Yeah,
took a couple of figures up there. I was like, yeah, you got to.
I'm going to try and source a caretaker pop vinyl off eBay. Take that
nice
as well.
Hey, Red 5. Chris Casey says Mando. I have a few Diagostini helmets. They're quite nice.
Yeah, the helmets look pretty good.
2-pack helmets. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. It's too hard. They made the helmets they use in the new into for Star Wars with the lights and music. I think Eagle Moss were doing scale helmets at the same time as Hasbro. Yeah, you're right. They were. I remember them popping up.
I've not heard of those ones.
Sadly not. Yeah, Eagle Moss is like another Diagostini like subscription sort of thing.
Mm.
Do you have a PO box to send you Snoke? I don't, but yeah, hit me up on a messenger somewhere on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and I'll give you a good spot to send it. Yeah, the delay sometimes make answers confusing. You're not wrong. Got the Rancor Teeth beer flight set to bring home from Ogre's Cantina. Awesome. So cool to celebrate May the 4th with my beer. That's fantastic.
Nice. I've still got my pint glasses from Celebration Europe that are sat in my cabinet that I have not used yet, and I really want to, but I don't at the same time. But they're like one of my favourite purchases from Celebration when that came to London. There's one that's got the Jolly Jedi on it. The other is that it's all like Star Wars inspired pub names because it was in London.
That's awesome.
Got, I'll try and see if I can get them out. There's Jolly Jedi. There's the Minoc Falcon. Let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Got the Jolly Jedi.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And you've got the Celebration logo on the back. Yeah, Jolly
that's
Jedi.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I really need to sort of christen these at some point. This one's a good one. Twin Suns.
Yeah. There's a brand of beer we get down here in Australia. I'm not sure if it's brewed here, but it's called Two Suns.
I've not seen that.
And it's sort of bought it on a whim because it's like course you're going to buy it. It's Two Sons. It's Star Wars
Yeah.
beer. It's not,
We've got
it's not meant to be Star Wars beer, but it's just called Two Sons.
We've got the original Stormtrooper beer over here, which is pretty decent. They just started doing gin liquor as well. So
yeah, right.
Got Minot Falcon.
Nice.
And this is my favourite. After the Jolly Jedi, this one's my favourite.
The Rusty Droid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like an old style pub.
Yeah, I love it. But I really don't want to. I just don't want to use them.
Take it easy. Take it easy, off-world. Luke is just asking, who here wants those new EU Black Series 6-inch figures?
Me.
I myself have only pre-ordered the mole. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to worry about the rest.
I think for me, it's Maul and, well, Karnos / Carno Jax, whoever he ends up being. Like I say, I just love those boxes. I think they look awesome.
Coloured pantyhose is suitable for smaller scales. That's another one of those.
Yeah, out of context.
Sentences. Finish your own sentence. I use black nylon and then iron on vinyl for faux leather capes like Batman. Nice. I might have to look into this. She says no to any one location, then set up a track and rail system and have the Razor Crest mounted from the ceiling. I'll DM you on Twitter. Awesome. Fill those glasses with some delicious beer.
I'm seriously tempted. I've got an original Stormtrooper pint glass. I think that'll be my to use glass, but I can't damage the sacred celebration.
Yeah, I have some drinkware. I have just for the collection solely, like, and I don't drink out of it. Like I got a couple of the old Burger King glasses from Return of the Jedi. They're not Burger King, they're Hungry Jack's down here in Australia. That's what our version of Burger King is. So they've got the Hungry Jack's logo on there. Got some other stuff. I've got I stopped drinking like over a year ago, so I haven't put anything to good use in terms of like alcohols. It's been a good 14 or 15 months since I've had a drink.
You are a stronger man than I. Mind you, we've been in lockdown longer than you, so I've got an excuse.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. A little late on the Clone Wars topic, but I always wondered why Hasbro didn't make repaints of the Phase 2 Clone Wars clone, not just the name troopers, but also regular 501, 212 shock troopers. Yeah, it was kind of a waste of a mold, really, wasn't it? Like they did the plain clone, and then they did that 501st Jet Trooper, and that was pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of used the body for Rex and Cody, and that was pretty much it. They had a lot of potential for that one. But yeah. Oh, finally caught up with the chat. That is the best thing that's happened in, I don't know, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's an hour and a half. Wow. Where did that go?
Time flies when you're Star Wars.
So yeah, might start wrapping it up. Otherwise, my wife is going to want to barge in here and slam the computer shut on me. I was
hoping that this was going to trail on for a little bit, so I didn't have to go downstairs and watch Prince Philip's funeral.
Oh, I assume it's going to be on TV here.
Yeah, I've got that to look forward to when I go downstairs. Yay!
Yeah, I think I'll be watching something else. Is that going to be like a thing that's on every channel there?
I bloody hope not. No offense, but I hope not. God,
put Disney Plus on.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I haven't. Oh, no, I did. Sorry, I was going to say I was going to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I watched it yesterday, so bugger. I have to watch it again. Yeah,
it was a good one. That was a good episode. Yeah, I'm loving this series.
It really is good, isn't it?
It just makes me want to go back and watch like the Winter Soldier movie again.
Yeah,
it's got that vibe about it, but I can't wait.
I can't believe it's finishing next week. That has come round really quick.
I know, hasn't it? But we should have some more Marvel stuff coming soon, though. Loki's what, July?
Yeah. Loki.
And we've got a couple of movies coming. Shang-Chi and Black Widow finally, maybe.
Yeah, can't wait. and hopefully by the time Black Widow comes out, it'll be in theaters, and we'll be able to go to the cinema again. At least we will. We know you will, Jesse. You'll be able to go. I won't be able to go.
Really have enjoyed your diorama videos. Thank you. Thanks, Bill. Lots of fun. Reminds me I have to play with my figures. Yes, you do. That's what they're there for. Pose them up and have some fun. You can watch Falcon Winter Soldier again. Lego Masters is on all 4.
Ooh, might go and watch that then.
I assume that's a channel. Great chat, guys. Fun night. And yes, the funeral is on telly here too.
Yay.
Yeah, I saw some interesting. Yeah, I won't even say. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything.
We knew where you were going. We knew.
Okay, I'll keep it quiet for the time being. Do you got any videos planned for the coming weeks?
Yeah, all being well. If my pre-orders arrive, then in the next couple of days, I'm hoping that I'm at 997 videos now. So I've got 2 more videos to post before I do my 1,000th.
Oh wow!
And obviously for the 1,000th, I'm planning the big collection tour.
Excellent.
But I want to get the collection tour done once all my pre-orders have come. So I'm still waiting on a few bits and pieces. But my plan is, providing everything comes when it's supposed to, my next 2 videos are going to be Black Series Jar Jar and Black Series Deluxe Boba Fett. And then for the 1,000th, it'll be the collection update. But I want to do the collection update when the Mando helmet's here. So,
nice, that'll be cool. Yeah, I haven't really got anything planned. I've always got ideas, but it's always about execution and time. I want to do my sort of custom video where I'm going to do another one of this for those who missed before. Bespin Luke. Updated with the Dagobah head and neck. So I'm going to do another one because I want to do I want to cut an arm off and have that all looking like gross and sort of bloody, even though it's cauterized. But yeah, sort of add some blood effects and stuff to his face and trying to get that looking like pretty decent, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll look good.
I'll give that a shot. But apart from that, I might do some other random stuff that I've got.
Yeah. That's all I do really. Up until this point, I've not planned out a review or a video for ages. It's just a case of just doing it as and when stuff arrives and when the mood takes me, sort of thing. So
I'm doing my best to sort of keep content flowing, like trying to get a video every 2 or 3 days on. I'm getting so close to 4,000 subs now that it's getting really, really close. Like within about 50 or 60 now, I think. It's getting to 4,000, and then I can do another giveaway. But yeah, we'll get there. There's no rush.
Yeah. That's it. We've been doing it this long.
Yeah. Such a great chat, guys. You're both great to listen to. How about a big celebration for your 1,000th and use your pub glasses?
That's not a bad idea, to be fair, Bill.
Bill's not going to give up until you're on camera drinking beer out of one of those glasses.
Yeah, well, there we go. Hopefully, all being well, once lockdown restrictions get lifted again, I'll be able to meet up with the Beer Toys and Banter lads, and we can crack them. We can christen them then.
Different, yes. I'm not sure what he means there. Because it's me. All right, folks. Appreciate you all stopping by and hanging out in the chat. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, got anything else you want to wrap up on?
No, I think I'm good. I think I've plugged everything there is to plug. So
cool.
Just thank you for having me on again.
No worries. We'll do it again soon. All right, let's bounce. All right, see you, everyone.
Bye.